we're sharing all things crypto together with Algorand. Welcome, people. Been having some trouble uploading, problem, but never fail. I'm here. I want to get you some information because this is a critical time in cryptocurrency. Critical. Go ahead and subscribe, hit the bell notification, and what you hear from here, leave a comment below. If there's something you want me to research and get back to you, this is what I'm doing. Listen to what I got to say now. People, it is happening. Now, this is not financial advice. I gotta make sure I tell you this, but this is financial awareness. This is something that you need to make sure you have in your information bag so you can protect your money bag. So, as everybody knows, the Fed went up for another quarter basis point. Okay, I did a video, didn't work, so I'm doing this video. So it's going to be a little late about the Fed raising the rates, but I want to make sure I put this out there to you because it's important. Understanding that the rates are going up, everything slowed down because the Fed want to depress um, the economy because it needs to rein in inflation. But that's not necessarily what I need you to look at because what most economies you have to understand is the ebb and flow of it. Okay, you have to look at the market now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you this. Uh, they're not going to raise the market. They're not going to raise inflation. I mean, the rates again in September. They're going to be a pause, but there may be another raise in November, December. Depend on what the market. Depend on what the economy looks like. If there's a hot Christmas, the season seems to be going churning pretty good, they'll raise it another quarter basis point. I'm telling you this because you heard it here first. And because if they raise another basis point, guess what that does? It squashes the economy again. So what you want to do is you got two things you're looking at. You're looking at this 6 month short term period, but you also want to make sure you understand the long term over the year process. What is the next year going to look like? Is there going to be a possibility that they're going to actually move off of depressing and raising weights? Is there a possibility that next year they might even start lowering rates again? It could be, and this is where you make your make your move. Because at this point, you should have researched various cryptos. You should researched the cryptos in DeFi, the cryptos that stores, the storage cryptos, the gaming cryptos. You should have something in your bag that you can say short term play or long term play. There's a lot of long-term plays. There's a lot of just Hail Mary shots out there. But if you read the right pages and you read and you understand the use cases that some of these industries will be needing because regulation is coming down the pike. Let me show you this because this is what I'm here for, is to show you, and let me share my screen so you can see what's going on. This here is a video. This is about the stablecoin and ESG legislation. This thing was just marked up and it's going to be moved over. It's not necessarily on the fast track because the White House, but this is key. Free markets and bolster American competitiveness while protecting financial interests of everyday investors. For the past month, committee Republicans have prioritized getting politics out of corporate boardrooms. To be clear, this is not about injecting our own politics into businesses. It's about getting politics out altogether. And to address any concerns from my colleagues across the aisle, the bills we're considering today are about restoring our free markets
and the free flow of capital. ESG mandates politicized capital allocation with the intent to force certain actions from American public companies. This leads to reduced returns for everyday investors and weaker economic growth by diverting executives' attention away from sound financial management. These bills, like those sponsored by Mr. Huizinga and Mr. Loudermilk, are designed to stop rogue regulators from forcing a left-wing agenda that my Democratic colleagues have been unable to pass in Congress. Additionally, we'll consider bills from Mr. Stile and Mr. Norman to restore the rights of shareholders by reforming the proposal process and delivering accountability and transparency to the proxy advisory industry. This has been a priority for a lot of our members, and these packages are made up of dozens of bills originally introduced by many of our Republican members, and I thank them for their.
So this is the bill that's going to be marked up for stablecoin. It also has some ESG legislation in it. One of the things that you have to understand this, because you know the Fed now coin and all this other stuff, but one of the things you have to understand, stable coins is the most important thing that they need to regulate. They need to come up with um, a solid roadmap for, because stable coins is going to be what people use to spend and transact between the coins and the markets, because it's going to be the value of the dollar, the value of whatever it is going to equal a dollar. So this is going to be the currency. You may use whatever stable coin you have out there, the tether or whatever one that you see out there, die, um, whatever. But the stable coins are an important basis to the crypto market. And if they can get this started with some kind of framework, it legitimizes it's solidified. It's a foundational move in the crypto atmosphere, because if you've already regulated this crypto, if you regulated how these stable coins now can be regulated and now embedded in the financial system, now you can move your coins and you have your tokens, and guess what? You can move them more freely within the cryptocurrency, and actually legitimately give a lot of these crypto tokens a more of a use case, real use case, because the stable coins will lead to institutional, and it would lead to retailers. It would lead a lot of people to start connecting into the blockchain and the crypto space, because the floodgates will be open at that time. So the other thing is the fit is another, but is this not the one here?
The threat for the 21st century act is a historic first step to give regulatory form to the financial system of the future, the digital asset ecosystem. We see many faults and failures with the current regime. Major crypto exchanges currently today have no federal law that they operate under. The Securities Exchange Commission and the CFTC are arguing over jurisdiction. Congress created the agencies, and when they haggle, they either go to the courts, which they've done, and the courts resolve it. We've seen a case via the Ripple lawsuit that Mr. Sherman referenced. It provides less clarity and less consumer protection for average everyday investors than it does for institutional investors. It is in Congress's interest to remedy that. It is in Congress's interest to remedy the dispute between the CFTC and the SEC amidst $1 trillion of consumer harm. Foreign actors operating here domestically and consumers having their money taken. So we need to clarify this for consumer protection, number one. And number two, for innovation to be able to flourish. legitimate money to invest in legitimate products and institutions that can enable some greater public good.
Look at this. This is another bill that's on the floor that passed. And it's about time. And the reason why I'm showing you this, the reason why, like I said, this is very good news for crypto. And it won't look like it in the market because, like I said, Fed raised the rates, and guess what? It's puts a squash on the economy, on the spending, and on all the stuff that would happen in a bull market. We're still in a very recession-like atmosphere because a lot of the companies, a lot of the structure that's there, they plan and they look forward. And if they understand that spending is still going to be tight, they're not spending, they're not investing, they're trying to save and trying to maximize their money. And if they understand this economy, this atmosphere that it's in is not ripe or it's not set for their money to grow, they're trying to find ways to protect their money and put it in some other source instead of invested in workers, economy expansion. Nobody's expanding at this point in time because it's it's not encouraged. It's pretty much it's being discouraged. You know, that's what raising the rates is. So this needs to happen. And because this needs to happen, you need to find whatever coin that you're in, whatever token that you have, to see if it's going to be either on a 6 month cycle where it may be a pump, or you may see that, you know what, this token that I have, it looks like it's an institutional token where it's going to be needed. So once this area blows up, people are going to need storage space. People are going to need a DeFi structure. People are going to need oracles, and people are going to need all these different things. And if you understand and how to play your hand and read the white papers and do your due diligence, you can find some pretty good things out there. So I wanted to